You should have told me to lose some weight or something. Patience. A lot of it.
A lot of it. Why is patience the most important?
Because you need to let the disputants ventilate a lot that has happened. And if you don't have patience, you will not listen and you will not be able to pick up some of the key facts or some of the key emotions that they have kept within themselves for a very, very long period of time. Generally, yes. Because I think everyone has learned some degree of acceptance of differences and have found ways to cope with those differences that perhaps are not very tolerable, but still have found some ways to cope with that. Tolerant.
Could you explain a bit more?
They just don't enunciate many of the things that upset them. So more tolerant than accepting, because many a times a lot of these things are not spoken and can't be said simply because nobody knows where the OB markers are. It depends on, on the case. But I think I would give it 50-50. I wouldn't say it's that we are very petty.
It's a case-by-case basis.
Yes, it is really case-by-case. A little less today than it was in the past. An example, when I was growing up, we never closed our doors. Our neighbours could come through and ask for a cup of sugar if they ran out of sugar. You will never see things like that happening today. So it's not as kampung-like as it was in the past. People live very busy lives. They are pretty much cooped up in their own apartments most of the time, or facing the computer screen, their mobile phones. They have difficulty communicating. The biggest problem for most disputants is communicating. And so the mediator's job is to open up that communication channel. And that person who is able to do that needs to demonstrate, like I said, a lot of patience as well as understand how to communicate with people. It helps you to be very calm. It helps you to be able to distance yourself and to be able to see certain scenarios that are playing themselves out as a third person. You can literally distance yourself, like as if you're not there, and then look at it from a bird's eye view and then come back into the role and see what you can do. So I think martial arts does teach you that, to not have too much emotions invested into that moment.